Oh, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. I'm Dr. Kevin Torino, checking in with you live tonight. It's Monday, 7 o'clock. That means transformations. And I'm laughing here because I'm trying to get a few things going. And, well, just not the same as it was. Something got updated, things changed, and that's the nature of the world. Things are in constant change. So, while I am attempting to get notification out to the people that love to watch me, that I'm live, there's just too much going on in the world. So bear with me. And tonight we're talking about Decode Your Pain. And we're actually in the introduction. We're starting around it. And what I like to do is go through each chapter 1 week at a time. We talk about the concept of how our mind and our body are wired together and how our life's events and our physical symptoms are all tied into the same pattern of what you need to wake up to in your life. See, your body is constantly waking up to your own, constantly waking up to your internal guidance. Excuse me, I'm not focused. I'm trying to do three things at once while I'm talking to you. Well, it's not just working out that great. So let's dive into the awareness, awakening, and healing system. So through the professional training and clinical experience and lessons I've learned, well, there's a number of things that people have pretty much low to limited knowledge on. I mean, granted, there's so much information in the world today. Let me bring this a little closer. There's so much information in the world today that for anyone to have the end all and be all knowledge on on numerous topics, well, that's just almost impossible to ask for these days. And for anyone with specialized knowledge, sometimes they're so brilliant in certain areas, there's missing data in other areas, missing knowledge, holes in their information. And if they knew that knowledge, well, they may be making different choices with the expert knowledge that they have. Wow, what a concept. Say hello, everybody out there. I'm reading text messages. I'm turning off my phones, and I want you to dive in here because this is about you. This is about your inner guidance. So the book is called, oh my goodness, excuse me, Decode Your Pain. And how do you get access to that is you go to drkevintransformations.com and you can get access to that. And we're going to be looking at a little bit more of the inside here. So let's take a look. When you go to that website, you get access to the, my goodness, I'm going to turn this Facebook off. You know what? I try to get notification out there for everybody. And so many things at once. It is a crazy energy out there. If you are finding weird things going on, sudden shocking moments happening, and I want to say hello to the Four Foundations group right now. You know, this is supposed to be happening about 10 minutes ago, but you know, join in. Right, here we go. All right, now the notification's finally out. I got my camera. I think I know what I'm looking at. And let's bring you back into this this here. Now we're going to get into what's called the solar system scope in just a minute. And we're going to be looking at the nature of the universe and how the forces and energies that are in the universe are affecting you right now, right here, and it's changing every day. And this is the in the moment, real time position of the planets. If we are going with the globe as we're told, hit the play button here. You can see some of the go backwards in time real quick. Look, that's reverse motion. You can see the years, you can see the countdown. All right, now let's bring it into forward motion. Now let's give you an example of what this all looks like. Let's go with, like, we can really see it. 10 days a second. Well, we'll stick with 90 a second. And you can see that we have different planets out there. And they're moving too, but they're moving at a different pace. If I can back up, get a little more distance, I can show some bigger features here. There we are. Jupiter, there's Saturn, Neptune, Uranus, and there's the inner planets in there. So there's outer planets and inner planets. So let's just take a good look at the outer planets motion. 2 months per second. Okay, and there's a reason I'm showing you this, so please bear with me. All right, so you can see Mars whipping around. There's all these planets are moving in this pattern around the sun, around our star, sun, and it's moving in this pattern. Now, if we zoomed in, you'd see the chaotic motion that's going on. Now, of course, we're flying right here. That's 2 months per second. Let's do a couple days per second. Okay. Now, those outer planets are important because they have different gravitational effects on the planet Earth, and where they line up have different effects on human consciousness. And why and how? Well, that's for you to discover, but it has to do with electromagnetic frequencies and other subtle energy frequencies. Now, what do I mean by this? Think about a song that you haven't heard, or maybe, let's try to pick some famous song times. Your senior prom time. Maybe the song was playing during your first kiss. The song at your wedding. All right. Let's play the game. You haven't heard that tune in, say, 5, 10, 20 years. The moment you hear it, and comment on the chat. I do have a chat up in one of the other apps here. Comment. Have you been taken back in time in a matter of moments because a song came on? Type in yes if you have. I know I have. I mean, a song can pop on the radio, you put in a CD in you haven't heard in a long time, and by all means, boom, you're back 20 years because that song clicks and stimulates memory patterns in your brain. Well, think about the weather. A sunny day, a rainy day, a cloudy day, a windy day, any kind of weather, you may have an emotional effect because of it. Now that's just, well, I digress. So let's go into another comparison, okay? Hope we get back to the right page. Here we are. Well, now we're in the future. Let's go back. Let me hit stop here. See if I can pick a date, a specific date. But the point is, these planets, as they move, there's energies, okay? And these energies, back a bunch of years, these energies have an effect on the sun. They have an effect on the moon. They have an effect on the tides. They have an effect on human thinking patterns. And I want you to think of each planet kind of like a key on the keyboard, or excuse me, a chord on the piano or on the keyboard. And it takes numerous notes to produce that chord. And then when certain notes are played together, you get this whole pattern. It has a different sound, a different quality to the musical tone, to the notes. And then, of course, what you feel, I digress. So then, with that being said, when two of these planets or multiple chords are being played at the same time, there's a whole different musical quality to it, or life quality. See, there's different translations of a story, of an analogy that we have to kind of bridge here. Because these things, the science is so complicated and the logic there is capable of getting there. However, the fastest way to getting to new concepts and new understanding is to create a bridge of something you already know. That's why I'm trying to relate a story about the piano. Now, pressing multiple keys at once produces a chord. And that chord is like a planet. And when each planet is doing different things and how it's aligned, it's like playing different musical notes. And it gives us a feel, a vibration. It gives us a quality to our life. It literally is the effects on physical life, the things that you see, the things that you smell, the things that you taste, the things that you hear, the things that you touch. It all correlates with these musical notes, aka the planetary movement, the cosmic bodies. I'm not the expert in that. However, I challenge anyone who does an honest study of this science. I'm going to call it a science, astrology. An honest study of this esoteric science. And science is never settled. Science is an exploration of thought, theories, and ideas to prove or unprove through repeatable testing. Let's not get twisted. Science is definitely getting twisted right now. However, with that being said, I challenge anyone to begin an honest evaluation of when these things happening are crisscrossing and aligning, when there's major cosmic events going on in our life. major global events going on in our life, major timeline events going on in our life. So that being said, there's patterns and cycles of time, and these planets are cluing us in, and we are going through major shifts. So how was everyone's weekend? I'm willing to bet it falls in two categories, and I've been witnessing. I've cried today, cried yesterday. People are having tremendous traumas in their life right now, and people are having tremendous positive breakthroughs as well. A shattered reality is someone I like to follow calls it. And this person who I'm referring to, who calls it the shattered reality, his name's David Palmer, Leo King. Look, I don't get paid. I don't get connected for referring anyone to his material, but it's so right on amazing. So if you like a little bit of house music, you like a little bit of a younger attitude, a little bit in your face, but you like getting real readings, real information about how these energetic powerhouses in our neighborhood of space, so to speak, how it affects us humans on the planet Earth. Well, there's known effects. So why am I talking about planets and stars when I'm here supposed to be talking about a book called Decode Your Pain? Well, because we are energy, and that's just the way life works. And so this is part of the awareness, awakening, and healing system. And so let's calm things down. Let's go in. Let's talk about we are energy. We are energy. First and foremost, I recommend, again, whether you go to drkeving.com, whether you go to visionlivingmindset.com or drkevintransformations.com, all of them will refer you to this book. Some of it is the free introduction of it. Some of it is a bonus included in different programs that I have. And so I'll highlight them towards the end. If those are interested, please stay tuned. We'll go over some of the options of where to support the channel, where to help me, keep afloat here. I'm planning on doing some cross-country traveling, doing some lives, and where we get all that. And in fact, every day there's something that goes on is in the Four Foundations Facebook group. I did just tag them. Let's pull them up and say hello. With that being said, Four Foundations on Facebook, you search that, you'll find me. Daily affirmation, daily accountability, excuse me. And let's see if I have it here for you. Yeah, we're still here. So that is the nature of the planetary alignments. And if we looked at this long enough, and I highlighted it out for you, and we would be able to see where we're having major alignments from 2019, 2020, 2021 with these outer planets that are huge, that take forever to go around a major, here this one specifically is Pluto. If we went from 1998 right now, you would see Pluto come down. It's called across the elliptic here. Let's really speed this up. See this thing move. Comes down like a rocket. We're going 3 months per second here, so we're moving really fast. But you'll see this Pluto just come right down. We'll cross this line. You see everything else spinning pretty much in the same line. It'll come right across. And then in a moment, you'll see Saturn come from right side to left side. And went boom. When they impact, well, here it comes right there. That's Jupiter. I still got a couple more years left here. Bear with me. I'm going to watch this through, so stay with me here. Neptune, there's Pluto. 2009. 2008 was a big one. Here's Saturn. It's coming in now. 2010. I'm going to come back to the spot I want to be at. So it's getting close right there. 2012. This is the mind counter time. All kinds of stuff going on there. And then here comes Saturn. We're going to come at the 2019, 2020, and it's going to connect. It's called conjunction. And the energetics and law, I'm going to pause it where it gets really close, and we'll fine tune it here. But as it gets right in there, boom, there comes Jupiter. It's going to come all together here. And the alignment and the energetics that goes on, let's slow it down right here a little bit. Let's get a different angle. Pause it. Oh, I went a little too fast. Sorry, everybody. Let's go back a little bit. Saturn, Pluto, 2019. Now, I wish I had the dates off the top of my head. I would line up so you could see it perfectly. Go right there. Maybe it lines up over here. There's December. Here's 2020. Here's the beginning of all the fakery in the public sphere. We got some major stuff going on. Major stuff. So, like I said, I'm not the expert here. I refer to David Palmer to Leo King for the tropical astrology. I love Mastering the Zodiac for the Vedic astrology, and Alexis Nokia for Vedic astrology. And when we look at all three of those patterns, I mean, all three of those systems of looking at the motion of the planets and where they are, what they mean, and where everything is angled, a lot of it overlaps. And we can make wise life decisions about moving things forward using the energetics of the evolution of life. And this is the truth, in essence, of how we go through cycles of time in our own personal lives. And I've been following and tracking this in deep study for more than 7 years now, and in later study for 10, 20, maybe even 30 years with that. I mean, I've been interested in this kind of thing most of my life, but my focus has been elsewhere. So that being said, the awareness and awakening healing system is based on the idea that people, basically, they come crashing down to a conclusion if they're into basically the mainstream system, or if they're already in holistic health, they want to enhance their life. Many people come into my practice. Many people meet me online. Many people have been basically they've come to this place where they're not who they are anymore. They're not the path they want to be on. They feel like they're on a runaway train that's going downhill. And can they turn it around? How do they get there? They can't take it anymore? Something has to change. And so this is the place that I'm seeing so many people at right now. It doesn't have to be this way, but it almost is, to the point where if you're unwilling to look at life, look at yourself, investigate yourself, connect with new vibration, connect with higher vibration, clean up your act, so to speak, well, then you're just going to get more drama and traumas that are going to keep piling up over the next year. If you have been doing some level of work to improve yourself, to connect your mind and body in different ways, to heal yourself, well, then you're going to be in a much better position moving forward. The energetics are telling this, and I'm not the one. This is life. This is nature. And it's just like, it's just like every springtime, the flowers know exactly when to bloom. The tides know exactly what to do, and they're always in a specific pattern. And sometimes we don't understand those patterns, so we think we know better than nature, but that's beg to differ. Beg to differ. We need to observe and honor it. So, moving on, the 5 steps of anyone, wherever they are, regardless of how far they've gone and how far forward they are going, is always this moment of crisis. This is the wake-up sign. And we need to get that regulated and get that under control. Whether you're in a trauma or you're just having a bad day, there's things that fit that bill. So it's about getting the wake-up call and stop feeding the fire. So then build momentum towards the life that you really want and sharpen the saw as you get to better and better and better places. There's natural laws. What I mean by natural laws, there's forces that no matter what you do, when you do the same thing, they always result in the result that you're wanting. You plant a seed in the right kind of soil and has water and sunlight, and it's the right time of year. Well, it's going to sprout. Now, sometimes there's something called the laws of the seed, I believe, or there's the story of the sower and the seed, and some seeds just fall on the rocky soil and get eaten up by birds and things like this, and some seeds fall in soil it's thorns and weeds, and then basically life gets choked out. Some fall on places just isn't fertile at all, and of course the fourth one will fall on the fertile soil, take seed and root and produce the fruit for many, many thousands and millions of others in the future. Kind of like the knowledge or the ability of an entire forest to grow is in the seed of one tree seed. So, with that being said, you are the same. You are part of nature. You operate in many of the same ways, and our mind is extremely powerful and can get in the way, can provide interference, dare say. So in the back of the book, you go with one of those links I sent you. You get this list right here. start to look at the appendix of the body parts, associated emotions, and possible symbolism. And as you understand those different things within yourself, you have greater clarity of how to move forward in life and how to stop, or at least identify the patterns that are continuing to show up and shift that story. And in the book, there is a couple resources to learn how to shift that story, but of course, there's much greater detail in some of the programs that I offer, and they're definitely in my clinic. And I highly invite anyone to go there, and let's take a look about that website, see if I can get you there. Boy. I'm trying to, you know what, I guess I didn't load up the right button, or let's just close that down and see what happens. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I had it all planned out, but sometimes with these softwares, things get switched up when it goes to different websites. So I apologize for that, but drkeving.com will get you pretty much everywhere you need to go. Vision Living Mindset is the other place I haven't put on the website yet. Go there and get access to all kinds of bonuses and free offers to facilitate your personal growth to your greatest life, because this is the core reason why I do this show, why I come on every Monday night at 7, and this is why I do what I've built and what I am building, is the rising tide principle. As I help you get better, it helps everyone get better. The tide causes all ships to rise. So when we do good things, we help others achieve their potential, well, then that's a good thing for everybody. You've seen the commercials where someone holds the door or does something slightly unexpected in a positive way, and the person smiles and passes on to the next person. Well, you can do that too. Power is literally inside you, and no one can take anything from you. No one can tell you to do anything unless you provide them permission, and that is the law. I'm not talking about human law. I'm talking about the law that caused you to be born here on this earth and grow from two halves of a cell into a fully functioning human being. All it requires is no interference. I'll leave you with that thought. Blessings, best regards, everybody. This has been Dr. Kevin Jarena. Monday Night Transformations. Go to drkeving.com. Support the channel. There's all kinds of things in the shop that I personally use that are for your health improvement, from water purification to mind purification, using technology to balance the energetics of life, to books and affirmations, things I use every day, things I have used, some things I haven't used in quite some time because I'm on to some new things that have built upon the foundation of what I have in the shop there. Blessings, best regards, everybody. Let me check the chat. If there's any questions or comments, go ahead and drop them in there. Oh, thank you for a couple people saying yes. Appreciate that. Thank you, everybody. Have a great night. And tonight, 8 p.m., we have the Winning in Every Situation webinar, which is, we go over one of the 16 principles of the laws of success. And tonight we're on week 15 out of 16. And this every week is being edited down, and we're building a library of content for you. And we have a couple years of this material built up already. We are excited. So thank you for tuning in. Thank you for connecting, and hit the thumbs up button. Give a like, give a comment if you got some value out of this. That helps me. That helps you. It helps everybody. It does. It does. It does. There's the energetics of it all. Thank you, everybody. See you next week. Hello, welcome. I'm Dr. Kevin Jarena. This is the first introductory video in becoming your own healer.